Hello, I'm Luke. I do like channeling, bring through like messages, and yeah, so here we go. I thought today I would talk about that we look at patterns inside of us, that we look at patterns of the parts of us that are critical to ourselves, the parts of us that act from ways that we don't want to act, the parts of us that act codependent, the parts of ourselves that we have the hardest time sitting with, whether it's a pattern, a choice, an internal voice. Those parts can only stay alive for as long as you avoid them. And what you learn to recognize is no matter what I'm feeling, or no matter what I am thinking, it heals the quickest when I connect and engage with the parts of myself that I don't want to feel, that I don't want to face, that feel uncomfortable to me. If you were to think of it as there's a part within me that is always negative, that calls me weird, that says I suck, what if you just said to that part that, what if I am, if you heard a voice in your head that said, I'm weird, what if you said, I am weird, and what if that's okay, and what if me being weird is me just being my authentic self, and the moment you become aware of the pattern and you lean into it is the moment you start to become free from the pattern, because patterns can only exist that are negative or that put you down when they feel separate from the whole and when you avoid them rather than engaging or connecting with them. Another thing, like let's say you are afraid and you're afraid of someone breaking into your apartment and robbing you, even though that is like an irrational fear. One of the ways you could heal the fear is to say, I hope someone breaks into my apartment and robs me. I hope that happens. May someone break into my apartment and rob me. And the moment you acknowledge the pattern, you acknowledge the fear, is the moment that pattern and fear starts to heal, because you're facing it, you're honoring it, and you're feeling it. And that pattern can only exist when it feels separate from you, and it says, if I keep them afraid of something happening, they'll continue to avoid me, and I'll continue to be able to stay alive as I am. And the moment you engage with it or lean into it is the moment you are bringing awareness, you're bringing love to the part of you that feels separate from your heart, from your wholeness, and as you lean into it, as you honor it, as you connect with it, you are bringing what it needs to heal and merge back into the innocence that you are. Because everything within us is love, it is kindness, it is innocence, and if it's acting from a place that isn't love, kind, innocent, respectful, it's just showing you how it was hurt. And the way people treated you when you were growing up, the upbringing that you survived, created pain for all of us to heal, and we all have different patterns, different mental thought, different fears, different feelings that we don't want to sit with for us to heal, and it's our part of the collective pain that we have taken on to heal it. And as you heal it within you, you're healing it within all, and you're helping all find an easier way through it. And anything that is acting from a place that is not love, kind, or respectful, is just showing you how separate it feels from that. And the moment you start to love it, you even could say, I love the part of me that thinks I'm weird. I love the part of me that thinks I suck. I love the part of me that's hard on myself. I love the part of me that constantly is thinking of irrational fears. The moment you bring love or connection or honor, or acknowledge that part, is the moment that part starts to merge back into the light that you are. The more emptiness, the more peace, the more spacious you will find by connecting with it. You can take the same philosophy to people outside of you. If there's someone you know that you have a hard time being with, let's say they're constantly negative, constantly judging others, maybe there's a political candidate that they can only say aggressive, hateful, angry things towards, however maybe they're constantly complaining. One of the ways you can connect with them and help unravel the parts of them that are constantly negative, constantly toxic, hard to sit with, is when they start to share their judgments, is when they start to share their negativity. You just say, please tell me more. And the moment you are willing to engage with their judgments is the moment their judgments start to unravel, because they will tell you more, but eventually they will get burned out, because they say, if I can be negative around this person, if I can be toxic or come from a place of judgment or unconsciousness, they'll want to avoid me. And the love and connection, worth and value they embody, if they were able to fully connect with me, they would be bringing greater love and value and worth to the parts of me that feel unworthy. And I unconsciously don't want that to happen, because if that happens, then I would have to change, and I live to avoid change. So I'm going to take all the pain and toxicity that I have yet to face, and I'm going to share it with this person as a way of avoiding change that they are bringing to me. And so if you want to be able to sit with people that you find uncomfortable, that are respectful to you, but toxic or negative or judge all the time, all you have to do is engage with them. And the moment you engage with them, they start to realize their way of trying to avoid you isn't working, and it's the end, starting to be the end of that pattern. You also, oftentimes parts of that are hard on ourselves, parts of us that constantly are noticing what are wrong, are only existing because that's how our parents most likely treated us, or our coaches, or our mentors, or our siblings. And the moment you start to say, no matter what I'm pointing out is wrong, I'm always doing it right, and I'm going to take this as a moment to either tell myself that I love the parts of me that are harsh or negative or constantly looking through a filter of wrong. I'm going to take it as a moment to love those parts more. I'm going to take it as a reminder to notice more of what I'm doing right in each moment. And you could just point out the most simplest things in your life. Like, I dress myself incredibly and I have the right to feel good about it. I forgot to brush my teeth and I have the right to feel good about it. I ate food in the morning, I have the right to feel good about it. The more you point out what's right, the more you're repatterning the part of you that is only focused on the wrong, and the more you'll start to see the right. Because everything that you focus on is what grows within you, as in, if you focus on more love, kindness, and respect towards yourself, no matter how those parts within you are acting, you're going to start to experience more kindness, love, and respect. And the parts of us that are the most harsh or hard on ourselves are showing you the parts of ourselves that were hurt the deepest. And as you love them, you are bringing connection and engagement to the parts of ourselves that feel separate. And as you love them, you are pulling them back into the wholeness, into the love and connection that they forgot they were by how deeply they were hurt. And if you want to know how we're going to heal this planet, how we're going to get people together in love and connection, is by sharing our love with more people throughout our day. It's about telling people we love them, even if we just met them, because everyone is searching for love. Everything we want in our life, whether it's a new career, a partner, greater friends, greater community, what we're really feeling is, if I had that thing, I would feel more love in my life. And so any degree of I feel like I don't have enough, it's really what it is I don't have enough love. And anyone that acts from a place of hurt or judgment or aggression is just showing you how more familiar they are with pain than they are with love and kindness. And we only treat people what we're familiar with. And so if we can take more time out of our day to give ourselves compliments, to share love with those around us, we're going to slowly start to awaken the empathic heart within every being. Because as you share love with yourself and others, you're awakening your heart more and more to a greater degree that feels not only your experience, but feels the experiences of others, and becomes aware of the actions and words I speak, I now can feel how it affects this person across me, and everyone wants to feel good, but some people are still at a place where they're so numbed by their past that they're unable to feel how they are impacting other people. And the more you brought love to that person's heart, whether that is sharing love with them, or if they can't be respectful, setting a boundary and sharing love with yourself, because the love that your heart lives within every heart, and that no one is separate. And the more you cared and loved for you, the more you'd be sending love to all hearts, and the more community and connection would start to grow, because we would all start to feel more and more connected by how we engaged and loved each one of us. And anyone who had lack or didn't have enough would start to receive greater assistance, because we would all become more aware of the life I am living is not just my life, but it is the life that everyone is living is not just a life that I am witnessing outside of me, but we are all connected, and the heart within me is the heart within them, and they are a life that I will live. And so the more I can share with myself and the more I can share with them is helping a different version of me. And then we start to get to a place of community and togetherness where no one gets left to hide, and the problems in our society and the problems in our economy start to get addressed, because we realize that we were only alone as we were not willing to bring love to ourselves and those around us. And the more we brought love to ourselves and those around us, the more we all started to come together and share what other people were lacking, to provide the greatest assistance to all our journeys in the community and togetherness that we're just here to remember that we have to some degree forgotten and are moving towards. So thank you. Thanks for listening.